Today for me it's an honor to be part of the Brookfield team because of its commitment to not just building homes but also building community. And whether that be with the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, or as in the case today with the Boy Scouts, it's something that I really appreciate the company's commitment. It's something, and I'm just glad to be part of that.
Brookfield Homes contacted us just out of the blue. They had gone on the website, our personal website for the Boys and Girls Club, and looked at our wish list and saw that we had a need for a 10-passenger van. And Brookfield called us up and said, Adrian actually called up and said, we'd like to buy that for you. And because of that, they bought a brand new van for the Boys and Girls Club. It allowed us to reach out to more kids that couldn't get to us before. We were able to expand our motel outreach program from 10 motels to 22 immediately because of Brookfield's help.
We found out about Brookfield Homes through the city when we started saying, okay, you know, we've got some little bits of government funding here and there, we have some grant funding from some foundations, but what we really want to do is transition and create a sustainable base of support in our own local community of businesses and organizations and individuals who have a stake in what happens here in this community. And well, we have a little paper wish list that says we give away diapers and we do stuff like that. It has this little wish list, and the more that we can get donated, the more we can spend our money on the children's health care. So the next thing we knew, we had a delivery of a box, several boxes full of stuff, a carload full of stuff. We don't see people from Brookfield very often on site, but if we ever have a need, we can always make a phone call and say, you know, could you help us do this, or could you help us think about this?
Well, the Boy Scouts, we participated about 2 years ago with a consortium of builders. We did a shade structure and a mine shaft that actually had a working set of rails, and the kids could go down inside the shaft and climb around and kind of do some experiencing of what it would have been like in a mine shaft.
In all the communities we're involved in and building in now, we budget for charitable contributions. We make it an intent and purpose to seek out the local community. We found that it really helps our success in the area, and having companionship with the local stakeholders in the area. So it's a very big part of our ongoing business, and the future of Brookfield is to continue being involved with local stakeholders and other groups such as the Boy Scouts of America.
Adrian, on behalf of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Anaheim, I want to congratulate you and Brookfield on being named the 2010 Construction Industry Good Scout Award winner. Thank you for everything you do for the Boys and Girls Club and for scouting.
Congratulations for receiving the Construction Industry's Good Scout Award.
It's so great to be part of an organization that really cares about giving back to the community. Brookfield allows us all to do that. Congratulations, Brookfield Homes, on the Construction Industry's Good Scout Award.
Congratulations to Brookfield Homes on receiving the Construction Industry's Good Scout Award.
On behalf of the team here at Brookfield, I'm very pleased to be part of this group and accept the Construction Industry Good Scout Award for the year 2010. Thanks very much.
Wow, between all those pictures and all the other activities, Brookfield's Homes, and Adrian, do you guys actually building houses? Do you have time for that? The Good Scout Award is given to individuals or companies in recognition of their outstanding character, leadership in their industry, and commitment to their community. We are proud to honor Brookfield Homes as today's Good Scout recipient. Adrian Foley, Katrina Hathaway, if you could join me on stage, please. You stand over there. She can stand over here. Okay. All right. On behalf of the Orange County Council of Boy Scouts of America, I'd like to present to you the Good Scout Award and congratulate you on that. And I'll let you guys have the microphone. We promise they can only talk for 20, 30 minutes, so not too long.
45. Thank you, Scott. First of all, we'd really love to thank the Boy Scouts for this acknowledgement today. This is really special. And Scott, for passing the honor torch, we're humbled to follow in his footsteps. I obviously was never a Boy Scout, but I was a Bluebird and I was a campfire girl, and it was a lot of similarities between those, and that we're taught values of responsible citizenship, character development, confidence, trustworthiness, etc. And we didn't get those cool badges, but we got these beads that we would have to sew onto big long gowns, and I still actually have mine at home. It's pretty awesome. And one of the big philosophies there was WOHELO, which meant work, health, and love. And I've tried to teach that now to my children moving on. And my children now, I only have girls, so I didn't have boys in Boy Scouts, but they were involved in Indian Princesses, and now they're involved in National Charity League. So it really is a lifelong commitment of giving back and service. I'd like to congratulate the Boy Scouts. This is their 100-year anniversary. And for Brookfield, we just turned 15 this year, which is just absolutely shocking to me, because I remember 15 years ago, we had one scrappy piece of dirt and 4 of us, and we had no business cards or computers or anything, but we had a dream, and we really wanted to do something special, and I'm really proud of everything that we've accomplished in those 15 years. The Boy Scouts of America stand for all that we at Brookfield believe are right and fitting about how to be part of the community. We can never be where we're at today without, as I just look around, I'm just so happy to see so many people that are really friends and trade partners, development and creative partners, consultants, and really mostly friends. These groups have always supported us through thick and thin, and today is no exception. The Boy Scouts will benefit tremendously from all of your presence here at this luncheon today. Of course, the stage is actually comprised of not Adrian and myself, but it's actually filled with all of the Brookfield team members, past and present, and I know there's some past ones actually in the audience. The entire family of Brookfield is here, and we passionately spend every day determined to make, do, and be something great in our pursuit to provide the best possible definition of community and home. And just briefly, before I pass this on to Adrian, I'd like to thank him for being so awesome, as he wanted me to say. No. But he really is awesome, and our team is awesome, and you all are awesome for being here today and supporting the Boy Scouts like you've done. Thank you.
Thanks, Karina. Appreciate that, especially the last comment. It is true. I am awesome. I thought it was interesting she mentioned that she wanted to be a campfire girl, or was a campfire girl, sorry. I also wanted to be a campfire girl. Unfortunately, a couple of things held me back, and I'm sure you can guess what those were. It is great to be honored here. Dave Bartlett went and got a list of the honorees, and it's fabulous, Scott, to follow you, because seriously, between you and your old man, you're just a fantastic family, and you've given a lot to our community and to the Boy Scouts, and we're honored to be following your footsteps. I went down this list, and it's sort of like a who's who in the building industry, and really just some fantastic people, with the exception of Mike Forsum. I'm not quite sure how Mike Forsum got on this list, but you obviously don't know stories about Mike that I do. I also thought it was interesting when you mentioned, 1981, the first honoree was Merrill Butler, and I think it's great that the history of this luncheon extends to today with Brookfield Homes. Frank Fullerton, our VP who was on the video, was at the Merrill Butler luncheon. Actually, it goes even further back than that. He was actually one of the founding Boy Scouts in that 1910 Boy Scout group. And he looks fabulous today. It's amazing. So, hey, look, all jokes aside, the goal of the Boy Scouts is to train our youth to be responsible citizens, to be citizens full of character, and to educate and grow them. And those principles are things that we try and aspire to be at Brookfield Homes. I think that everyone that hopefully engages with Brookfield comes to appreciate the characters and the personalities that we are, and the motto that we stand behind, which is to try to do the right thing. And you know, frankly, doing the right thing is much easier when times are good. Doing the right thing when times are a bit challenging is not so easy, and I'm proud of the fact that over the last 3 years I can say that that's a principle that's guided every one of our team members through their decision making. And even though there were times when it hurt us to do the right thing, we did it, and it felt good. So it's a guiding light that comes down through our organization from the top, and we're grateful. Karina's grateful for me, and she should be, but we're actually very grateful for the Brookfield leaders that are up in Toronto, that give us direction on how to run our business, both morally and principally. And seriously, I cannot. We're 15 and a half years at Brookfield, and I can't recall one moment when we doubted the integrity of that guiding principle, that it really helps us to do the right thing. And I think it's evident in the videos that you saw that the other thing we like to do is to be a part of the community, and we think that here's where it's really interesting. You know, you put out good effort to be a part of the community, but you get 10 times that paid back to you. And I think a number of you all do that. I wish we had a lot more people in our industry who were as committed to giving back to the community, because they would get to realize that they actually get it back tenfold. So I'm humbled to be here. We're humbled to be here. And really, we're a pretty simple group that just set out every day to try and do our best, to do our duty, and to be good stewards of the decisions we make. We really view the principle of community participation and doing the right thing as high on our decision tree, as I mentioned. And it's not let us down, and we're very, very honored to accept this award. So thank you very much.
Before we all leave, I did want to take one moment to thank Marty Catron and the whole Boy Scout staff for organizing and putting this all together today. It's a great show and great turnout. You guys did a great job. Thanks for the help with that. And on behalf of the entire Brookfield Homes team, the Orange County Council of Boy Scouts, I want to thank everybody for coming out, supporting us today. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you all again, same time, same place next year with Adrian taking charge.